This is a good place to let everybody know that we did so much behind the scene to move FileMaker to newer technology like Java 17, Xcode 16, Nginx, OpenSSL 3.3, Node.js, Thrift, OmniOrb, Tomcat, a long list. People don't need to know the long list. Just upgrade and enjoy a better version of FileMaker.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the FileMaker DevCast. I'm Kate Waldhauser. I'm a special host of the DevCast today, and I'm really excited to have our special guest, Lucy Chen. She is the Vice President of FileMaker Engineering for Claris and Apple Company. She oversees product development for FileMaker Engineering Division, encompassing innovation and R&D for FileMaker Pro, FileMaker Server, FileMaker WebDirect, FileMaker Go for Mac, Linux, Windows, and iOS. That is a lot. She leads global teams and drives the software's beginning-to-end journey, and she's launched over hundreds of products in her career so far. She was recognized in 2021 as one of the top 50 women in technology by the National Diversity Group for breaking down professional barriers while setting the highest professional standards. Lucy, welcome to the FileMaker DevCast.
Thank you, Kate. I am thrilled to be here. It is a great opportunity to chat with you.
Thank you. And I'm just feel very honored to have you on the DevCast today. This is, I know, a rare opportunity to get to interview you, learn more about you, and also congratulations on FileMaker 21.1. That is a really big release, and I look forward to talking more about AI and some of the new capabilities there.
Right, this launch marks a big shift for FileMaker. We have a lot to talk about, but first, I want to take a moment to thank you, Kate, for your ongoing support throughout the years. I see you as a woman thought leader in the Claris community. People like you inspire me to do great things for FileMaker within. So tell me, when did you start at Portage Bay and on FileMaker?
Thank you. Thank you for those kind words. So my journey with Portage Bay goes back to 2006. I started as a junior developer, and I've literally grown up in the Claris platform and still very committed to it today.
Wow. Thank you for the strong commitment. 20 years on FileMaker. Portage Bay just became a Claris Platinum partner, right?
Yeah,
Oh, congratulations.
thank
You
you.
have Claris user group, FileMaker DevCast, everything FileMaker. I love the name. And you also have blog. Those are very valuable to help the community to learn and grow. So thank you.
Thank you. And we're really excited to have become a recent platinum partner and being able to offer a new level of service to our clients. And then, yeah, I'm just really excited to be able to, do more community outreach, provide these kind of learning opportunities for the community that I've learned so much from. To be able to give back is quite a wonderful thing. Um, so now I'm curious, how long have you been with Claris?
Um, I joined Claris in 1995. I came to Silicon Valley from Adobe Seattle. I worked on products at Claris, FileMaker, then Claris for the past 29 years.
Wow, 29 years, that's impressive. You've probably seen a lot, being a woman leader in tech during pivotal times. What continues to inspire you?
It's hard to put in words, but curiosity drives me. I view myself as an helicopter. I love to see the big picture while also dive deep down and uncover the why behind. I love immersing myself deeply into projects. At work, engaging with talented engineers and customers is truly inspiring. The trust we build together throughout the product lifecycle, from the inception of an idea to the final release, are one of a kind. I don't remember what I did in one project, but I do remember the person I worked with for so many years. And releasing our product into our customers' hands, just like 21.1 now, seeing them using FileMaker tackle all the problems they have, it's just rewarding to me.
You sound so much like a typical FileMaker developer and that problem solver. Like you are, you value that learning and problem solving. And I also just wanted to comment on the way you're valuing the human connection, which I think is so true. We're developing software for people, and I love that, putting people at the heart of it. What are
Right.
some of your other interests and passions outside of work?
Oh, I'm proud of my two children. I also have two dogs, beautiful red and white Akitas. And when
Oh,
I'm not with the kids and the dogs, I mentor, teach, and coach. I mentor young leaders in technology, especially women in the Asian community.
I love to hear that. That's wonderful that you get an opportunity to give back and share your insight with other women and people growing in the tech industry. You mentioned your kids a second ago. How do you balance work and parenting?
Sleepless, as all parents can relate. But now my kids are in college. I have more time to work and with my dogs.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that is good to hear. My daughter is still just 5 years old, so I still have some time, but I will get more of that balance as she gets older.
That's the best time.
So, well, I appreciate really getting to know you a little bit better and what drives you, and thank you. And I wanted to ask you now, as the VP of FileMaker Engineering, more about the platform. You have seen a lot of growth and change over the years, and we've all noticed, a lot of these new dot releases, the switch kind of with version 19 and a lot of new features coming out. So I wondered if you could give us a glimpse into what's behind that.
This is a long story. It begins with the customer feedback loop. In the past few years, we've gained valuable customer insights and close collaboration with key partners called Ring Zero. During the pandemic, we were very active meeting with Ring Zero customers on WebEx, had hundreds of hours of recording on pain points and real-world cases. Even though we were confined into our homes, but we had the opportunity to remote access and explore the incredible FileMaker solutions in many countries across the world, such as education, K-12 solutions, managing academic and remote learning, healthcare solution, optimize vaccine distribution decisions, construction on inventory control and project workflow. Our engineers see and experience the real-world FileMaker solution in action. We obtained a massive amount of information.
It sounds like you really got to know these users and what their pain points were, right?
Yes, it is a true privilege to receive feedbacks from these global outstanding companies. Their real-world environment challenge us to solve complex problems. We, in turn, need to do our best to organize FileMaker and empower the customers to take full control of their business, to manage process, making decisions, and streamline workflows.
So it sounds like you really value, this deep listening, empathizing, really, owning the customer's problems as your own in order to move forward. And what
Yes,
did you do with that massive amount of information you're collecting?
we got a load of work to do. We used a complex fishbone diagram to structure the problem into multiple levels, converted them into backlogs, actionable items. Thanks to our talented California and Beijing team, especially two architects, the legendary Clay and the sensational Wade, we cleaned each fishbone one by one, fixed so many issues. I stopped counting the number of bug fixes, shift to the improvement of new features.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mhm.
And Clay and Wade they're so great. I can't
Yes.
imagine the number of tasks that must have been involved in that.
Oh, yes. From year 2020, 21, 22, while other companies slowed down, we pushed our productivity to new heights. Many members worked 7 days and nonstop. We conducted rigorous integration testing, especially PSR, performance, scalability, and reliability. Released one version after another in agile fashion. Our customers are telling us FileMaker released so many versions, it's hard to catch up.
I know, I feel the same way. I mean, Claris is on a mission. Like, this is
Yeah.
impressive. I know we noticed each time a new dot release came out, it was like a full version release.
Yeah.
And there we go, there's the list. I've written a lot about this on our blog,
Thank
talking
you.
about, yeah, I've talked about the reasons to upgrade as to current, what new features. And just to kind of recap, some of the new features that have come out since 19, we've got add-ons, we've
Mhm.
got, JavaScript in the web viewer. That is a huge game-changing feature. Execute data API script step, being able to send mail using FileMaker Pro and OAuth 2.0, read QR codes. I know the list could go on, but I
Mhm.
think those features have been huge, and it's been really great to see, with each dot release, it's like a brand new FileMaker.
And we continue to release. We're at 21.1 now.
I know, that's so cool. Um, Back to one thing you just mentioned, you were
Mhm.
talking about Ring Zero.
Yes.
I wanted to know if you could explain a little bit more about what Ring Zero is.
Yes. Ring Zero customers are the heartbeats of our customer feedback loop. They share three common qualities. First, they host hundreds of thousands of FileMaker solutions that reaches millions of FileMaker users. Ring Zero are the gateway for us. When they open the door, we uncover a vast landscape of FileMaker users. Fixing one Ring Zero issue benefit millions across Claris community. The second quality is their ability to provide fast feedback for our dev builds. And number three, they make time to meet with us every quarter to exchange ideas, sometimes monthly, even daily, to get to the root cause of a bug. Then test and validate until it's completely resolved.
Sounds like these are your super partners.
Right, Kate. I really want to emphasize this deep listening to and learning from these customers. We convert the conversation into backlogs and immediate actions. These made transformational impact in the FileMaker releases since 19.3. I want to thank Ring Zero, Kitchen, ETS, and community forum members. Together, we build an awesome Claris community.
I love that. From the outside, we are used to seeing just the finished product and after we install, but it's really insightful to be able to see, behind the curtain and how the product is getting, is evolving, and how its new features are showing up. So thank you for sharing that. And um, knowing that there's all this public input just gives me more faith in moving forward with the platform and the strength of it. So thank you. Okay, so moving on to 21.1, what are you most excited about in this release?
So many things. Let's walk through some of the features. The most popular one is the support of HTTPS WebSocket tunneling. It allows server to tunnel Draco remote calls through TCP port 443 using OmniOrb 4.3 for Pro and Go connections, bypassing port 5003. A year ago, November 2023, we released this feature for FileMaker Server on Ubuntu 22 OS. The feedback was, wow, we want this feature, especially on Windows. June 2024, we added to FileMaker Go. September, we added to FileMaker Cloud. Now, November 2024, we are proud to offer this for Windows, macOS, Ubuntu 22, and FileMaker Cloud. You can turn on HTTPS tunneling regardless of the FileMaker client and FileMaker host. We have an engineering blog called HTTPS Tunneling Everywhere in FileMaker 21.1. Many thanks to our Tokyo partners for their help on Windows.
I love that. And I really can't wait to try this for Windows. It's a really powerful new feature.
Do and let us know what you think.
Okay, I will. And can you show me how I would enable this?
Let's take a look. First, on FileMaker Pro, for Windows, go to Edit, Settings, select HTTPS Tunneling, restart FileMaker Pro. On macOS, see the right side of the screenshot. Go to Settings, select HTTPS Tunneling, restart FileMaker Pro. Then, let's go to the server side. For FileMaker Server, you go to Admin Console and only Admin Console. You toggle the button to enable HTTPS tunneling, then restart FileMaker Server. Simple, right?
Yeah, it's just really seriously a number of checkboxes or toggles. So that's great. And like I said, I'm really excited to have this on Windows. That's a game changer. Security is really important to everybody. How does this feature, how would you talk about the security of this related to this feature?
This feature boosts security and reliability because we leverage Nginx on Windows and Apache on macOS as reverse proxies. They handle client requests to server, keeping everything safe and encrypted. For Nginx on Windows, we provide an admin console web page, just like JDK for WebDirect. This feature opens up new IT deployment scenarios for FileMaker.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see that FileMaker is using this newer technology of Nginx and moving away from Microsoft IIS. I know it definitely makes my job easier when I'm talking to, IT departments, and we can talk about the modern technology that's related to FileMaker. So thank you.
Yeah, Nginx is a popular choice for newer deployment these days. Now, Kate, have you used the Let's Encrypt feature?
Yes, we have. We've been using it for Linux and Mac servers. I know I would really love to see this feature on Windows.
Working on it. Thanks for the confirmation. Check out our next ETS whenever it comes out. So next, 21.1 support macOS Sequoia and iOS 18. And trust me, we'll do our best to support Apple Intelligence soon. We are now using OpenSSL 3.3. It provides stronger encryption and address known vulnerabilities. Looking ahead, OpenSSL 3.3 supports HTTP 3 and will enable it when it's ready. This is a good place to let everybody know that we did so much behind the scene to move FileMaker to newer technology like Java 17, Xcode 16, Nginx. OpenSSL 3.3, Node.js, Thrift, OmniOrb, Tomcat, and a long list. People don't need to know the long list. Just upgrade and enjoy a better version of FileMaker.
I'm really glad you mentioned that because I do think we often focus on the visual big new features, but there's so much happening under the hood that makes the platform stronger and better. So
Yes.
moving on to the FileMaker admin console, I'm really impressed with the number of improvements in the admin console. I know there have been improvements to the schedule management and the log viewer. I really love this feature, Open Last Database at FileMaker Server Startup. That is, oh, that's just really, really helpful. And
Mhm.
I also like the new database, the folder structure with subfolders and being able to filter files by folders. Yeah, that is really helpful. So thank you.
And on top of that, there are two important changes here. One, there's no data API data limit in 21.1. On server dashboard, in both FileMaker license and data API settings, you see they're all unrestricted. But cloud still have limit in case you want to know. The second one, in the admin console dashboard, you see the number of connections for data API. It is right above the number of connections for ODBC, JDBC, and script engine. We give admin a clear view of what's connected at this dashboard, even though it's unlimited.
I really like that addition. It's a nice place to see it and get a snapshot there. And again, like I think removing those limits to the data API and the OData API are they're really going to help, incentivize more people to use it and take advantage of that technology, which is so powerful.
Absolutely.
So the next item on the list is multiple scheduled backups concurrently. Now, I know a couple years ago there was this new feature called parallel backups, and that was introduced. Are these related?
Yes, as an extension of parallel backup, admin can run multiple backup schedules concurrently as long as the backup file set don't overlap. Before we have parallel backup run one after another, sequential. With parallel backup, two or more separate backup file sets can run at the same time. Now, different backup schedules can run concurrently as well.
That's impressive. And would you say if I have this feature enabled, that my backups would run more smoothly or with more reliability?
Yes, in engineering words, FileMaker Server uses traditional machine learning to group file sets during transaction commits, allowing multiple file sets to be backed up in parallel. You can see much better throughput.
So what's the trick? How do I enable this feature?
Oh, that is simple. Just enable parallel backup in the backup setting, like this one.
Okay, so that's easy, just another toggle
Yep.
and enable that on the server.
Mhm.
And I love how you said that, FileMaker server uses machine learning to do the file sets during transaction commits. It
Mhm.
sounds like machine learning has been a part of FileMaker for a while,
Yes.
well before deep learning.
Smart engineering, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Back to our list. Let's see. Um, Upload, download file via admin API. So
Mhm.
previously, the only way we could upload a FileMaker file to the server was via FileMaker Pro.
Mhm.
And now I can see we have this feature using the admin API, right?
Lots of improvements in admin console and admin API. Upgrade and check it out yourself. For the file uploads with admin API, there are limitations. First, the maximum file size is 4 GB. Second, we don't support encryption at rest file uploads. And third, no remote container data uploads. I recommend use developer tool instead.
What is block new users?
We added a feature on admin console called block new users. When reviewing crash logs, we noticed race condition from new user connections during server maintenance shutdown. We fixed the bug and introduced a feature to let admin block new user during maintenance to prevent race conditions. It can be done through admin API or admin console. Next,
Okay.
talk about developer tools.
Oh, developers, yes. And this one, I wanted to give a little bit of background because some people may not be familiar with the FileMaker developer tool, but it is a command line tool that allows you to do different administrative tasks on your FileMaker solution, like copying, cloning, compressing your file, even encrypting it and recovering a file. And you can use it, like I said, it's a command line interface, or you can run a batch script or file. So again, very, very powerful tool. And now in 21.1, there's some new features added, right?
Right. There are a lot of small improvements. Again, upgrade to see them yourself. And developer tool now can automate file upload. Download is coming. We just talked about the admin API has maximum file size limit of 4 gigabyte. If the file size is 4.1 gigabyte, use developer tool to upload. But the biggest change to FileMaker developer tool is the immediate availability at the launch of 21.1. I don't recall that we ever released developer tool at the launch before. Starting 21.1, we encourage our developers to upgrade the solution as soon as a new FileMaker is released, so your customers can take advantage of the newest and the greatest of FileMaker as well. These are the three tools. FileMaker Developer Tool manages files, functions within your solution. Migration Tool help you transfer data to newer solution. Some use this to do patches, and that works really well too. Upgrade tool, upgrade solutions to the newest version of FileMaker. You can find all these command line names on DocuCenter on FileMaker.Claris.com.
Thank you for clarifying that. We are a big fan of these tools because they really help us streamline our deployments and administer to our FileMaker servers. And I'm just so glad that Claris makes these command line tools available free of charge to the developer community. And I
Yeah.
also, there are also a lot of third-party software out there, tools, developer tools out there that people are creating in the community.
A huge amount of developer tools out there thanks to the awesome Claris community. We also have ongoing developer support for DevTool Kitchen. Clay is the host. We want feedbacks from developers.
Okay, that's good to hear. Another kitchen. That's awesome.
Mm.
Well, lots of good news for developers here. Lots of developer features. Going back to our list,
Mhm.
let's see. What does PSauce stand for and what is nested PSauce?
PSauce is perform script on server. Nested psource allow psource to call another psource. We have a built-in safeguard to prevent infinite loops in case someone goes wild on this one. It is powerful feature but make sure you avoid endless loops.
Okay, that's great. We love PSauce. It is such a powerful feature. We use it a lot, and I'm really personally happy to see that you've built in some fail safes to prevent us from using this tool to our detriment. But it's really a great tool. So moving on, what's the benefit of the OData improvements?
21.1, we are fully compliant with OData 4.01. OData can handle the same queries as ODBC and JDBC. You can use OData applications to remote access, manage, interact with data on FileMaker server using standard web protocol without opening FileMaker solutions directly. You see a lot enhancement coming for the entire Claris platform in this area.
This is great. And I think, moving in this direction will help allow more people to take advantage of OData. I mean, it is a pretty powerful technology. It's stateless. You don't have to install any third-party software. So I'm really happy to see that this new technology is fully supported.
Yes.
Okay, execute SQL E. I'm very familiar with execute SQL, but tell me about execute SQL E.
E means error. If you have an error, if there is an error, execute SQL returns a question mark. That's it. Execute SQL E returns a question mark followed by error description. This is where ETS help us so much. We first tried using execute SQL. It broke a lot of solutions out there. So we created a new function, execute SQL E. It's much easier to troubleshoot. It is extremely useful when leveraging with large language models. By using the error message as an LLM prompt, it can rewrite and fix the problem. Everybody loves this.
That's a really great use case. How cool.
Mhm.
I mean, thinking about all these changes, they might seem, small, but like collectively, they can really do a lot to improve the performance of the product, it seems, right?
Yes.
So moving on to WebDirect, the 1,000 concurrent users for WebDirect is huge. What else is new for WebDirect?
You're right. Scaling up to 1,000 concurrent users, big deal. We are so jazzed to see more customers using Nginx load balancer and container for web publishing engine to reach 1,000 concurrent users. We have two improvements for WebDirect. We added the support for enter, return, escape keys using the script trigger on keystroke. A popular example is the escape key. Once enabled, pressing escape will run a script to close the card windows. It's very handy, right?
Yeah, I can totally see enabling that in our WebDirect solutions to allow our users to have some shortcuts. That's
Mhm.
great. And it's really also great to see, increased parity being brought to FileMaker Pro and WebDirect.
Yes. And next is the share DB catalogs across WebD sessions. It is designed to improve catalog caching for heavy WebD users. Great for performance. By default, this feature is off, but when turned on, it allows catalog cache sharing across WebD sessions on the same machine, reducing login time after the initial login. In one of our tests, the first login took 4 seconds. The second and following logins were only 1 second. The feature is controlled by CWPC sharing catalog flag. Admins can safely enable it as long as there's no schema update while WebD users are active at the same time.
Okay, so that's important for people to know. So you don't want to enable this feature while you're making schema updates to your FileMaker solution. How do you turn on hidden features?
Oh, you go to Claris config.json file, find the feature flag and set it to on.
Okay, easy. I really like seeing this pattern of where the engineering team is going and enabling, these new features to with each, dot release, because improving WebDirect and making it more accessible is definitely
Mhm.
benefits a lot of people. And also the parallel backups. So let's talk about server a little bit. Um, okay, so one thing we've noticed over the years is that the FileMaker server stability and performance has drastically improved. I'm happy to say that our clients that are using FileMaker server, their servers never go down. I never have to deal with that issue, which is a really great thing. Do you feel like on the performance side, there's still good performance improvements for 21.1?
Absolutely. So whenever we release FileMaker, we do benchmark test for PSR, performance, scalability, and reliability. Over the past versions, 19.x, 20.x, and now 21, our test has consistently shown improvement in PSR. This version, we did a few things. One, fix log manager deadlock. Two, optimize logout process. Three, share catalog across WebD sessions so you don't need to download the same catalogs every time. And we also fixed data race issues. But every solution and network is unique. As long as you stay up to date, you can see the improvements.
Yeah, I am looking forward to upgrading our clients to this latest version and seeing how their solution,
Yeah.
performance improves. And just I wanted to mention too that the timing of these releases right now, it's November.
Mhm.
Holidays are about to start. There's going to be more downtime at business, so it's a good time to fit in those upgrades. And then
Mhm.
having the May, the spring release happen in May, right before school lets out, is another, good time. There's downtime. We're able to get those upgrades done. So thank you. Appreciate that.
Right. Good. I'm glad that you like those dates.
Okay, moving on. So FileMaker and LLM, that is really exciting because, when this feature was released in May, it was really big news for FileMaker. And we've been playing around with it and starting to integrate AI into our solutions. What can you tell us about FileMaker and AI?
We believe AI isn't just a buzzword, it is a force reshaping business operations. Our plan is clear. We're going to bring AI into the heart of FileMaker seamlessly, intuitively, and securely to enhance, not to replace the solutions that our customers rely on every day. AI is a natural extension of FileMaker.
I love that. And it really rings true to me that a platform as powerful as FileMaker to be integrating AI as another tool for developers to use and see how the platform grows is really exciting.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of new AI script steps and functions in the system like cosine similarity, get embedding, get token count. If you had to pick just one that you'd like to talk about, which one would it be?
Semantic search is powerful. Building on top of 21.0 LLM features and AI kitchen feedback, Wade is there every day, every Friday. 21.1 supports semantic search on text and image content. Without semantic search, you have to find the exact word. If you miss a letter, it would show unexpected results or nothing. With semantic search, even if you don't know exactly the word, semantic search matches your intent and pull out relevant information from your FileMaker solution. Once you use semantic search in your solution, you will love FileMaker even better than before.
I love that. Can you tell me how it's done?
Great question. In engineering terms, 21.1 support embedding vectors for natural language and image content using open source models. We've integrated OpenAI's Clip, a cutting-edge tool generating embedding vectors for both text and images, as well as Salesforce Blip and Microsoft Transformer-based OCR. These tools bring powerful image-to-text capabilities to FileMaker.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Mhm.
I know our audience would love to see how semantic search works. Can you show us an example?
All right. Let me show you a help desk solution that uses semantic search to make finding cases easier. Many people enter the cases in plain English text, often big block of text like this. If you want to search for data loss issues without semantic search, you have to do individual keyword search, sort the result, triage them, interpret them one by one, slow and frustrating. With semantic search, you can simply ask a question like, show me all the data loss issues. Let's see the result. You see data wiped out, data missing, deletion of the data. Next is data seem disappeared, and on and on. FileMaker knows what you mean and give you the result that exactly match what you need, fast and accurate. It understands the intent and the meaning behind your ask, saving time, making search efficient. This is semantic search for text feature powered by FileMaker.
I love this. And I think of it as a smart search because it really understands the context of what you're looking for. So thank you for showing that and explaining that to us. And I really see the value that this can add to a lot of FileMaker solutions that want a type of smart search and an alternative way to perform finds.
Mhm.
So I was curious if you could, show us like how we would go about as developers adding this, creating a semantic search in a solution.
Semantic search is a complex feature, but we implemented this feature with 3 simple script steps. First, setup. Second, embedding vectors. It is a required step for semantic search in FileMaker. And number 3 is perform semantic search.
So it is really simple. It's just a matter of 3 script steps here. And how would I go ahead getting started using these 3 script steps?
All right. Step 1 is setup. You use configure an AI account script step. It has 3 options. Here's the help desk solution example. First, account name. Create a name for your AI account. It can be referenced in other script steps. You can set up multiple accounts, multiple models, and use different LLMs concurrently. Second option is the model provider. Choose OpenAI, Cohere, or custom model. For custom model, you can use an open source model or your own LLM. Then get an API key from the provider. We also provide tools to generate JSON Web Token, enable you to host open source models safely. Number 3 is endpoint. This is only for custom models. If you use OpenAI, you can skip this step.
Okay, so if I'm setting up a semantic search using OpenAI, I really just need, I guess, 3 things here. I need to enter an account name, which I can specify. I need to enter the model provider, which
Yep.
would be OpenAI, and then my OpenAI API key.
Yeah, that's it. And step 2 is insert embedding script step. It has 4 components, 4 options. First, account name, same. Second, embedding model. Select the model name of sentence transformer. For example, OpenAI's text embedding 3 small is for English. Third is source field. Select the field containing the data, text or image you want to embed. Fourth is target field. You choose a field or variable to store the embedding vector. Embedding vector can be stored in either text or binary format. If the field type is a container, the vector will be stored in binary format. I highly recommend using binary format for better performance and reduced storage size.
Okay, that's good to know.
Mhm.
And this script step is used if I want to create a single embedding, but what if I want to embed more data?
Good question. Use bulk embedding in found set. So also step 2, you can use insert embedding in found set script step. It is very similar to insert embedding. This is our help desk bulk embedding in found set example.
So just to make sure I get this right, so if I want to create just a embedding on a single record, I use insert embedding. But if
Yes,
I want to do an entire table or a set of records, then I use insert embedding in found set, right?
yes, bulk embedding.
So after these steps, it's like I have my data prepared. I have these embeddings created. And
Yes.
then what's the next step there?
So the next step is step 3, perform semantic search script step. There are 6 options and only one is new. Number 2, query by. You can choose to use vector data or natural language. Once you run the script, you will see the search result showing the relevant help desk cases on data loss.
Okay, so I can see in this script step, the first thing I do is enter my account name, which I defined when I did configure AI account. Then I would select query by natural language.
Yes.
Again, select that account, then enter an embedding model. In the case of using OpenAI, I would probably choose text embedding 3 small. And then I would type in let's see, the semantic, the field or the text I actually want my search query. Show me all the data loss issues. And then the
Yes,
last is the field that's holding my text, my embeddings, my vector embeddings.
right.
Okay.
And then you get your perform semantic find script step. Simple, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's really not too complex.
Right. Ready for a surprise?
Oh, yes.
Let's go to the help desk solution to search for images. On the left, I typed street sign in plain English to search for signs of the street. On the right, you see the top result are pictures of multi-lane traffic, a crosswalk, and more of the street signs in picture. Without semantic search, you will have to manually browse through many photos one by one. 21.1 supports semantic search on image content. Now FileMaker can find image based on the meaning and the intent. Do you like what you see, Kate?
I do. This is really impressive. And I just want to clarify, there's no hidden tags or hidden text, really, that it's searching on. It is searching on the image content itself,
Yes.
which I think is really impressive because now we can do these multimodal semantic searches in FileMaker. And I just feel like this feature might seem very advanced, but it's really pretty practical once you get used to those 3 script steps.
Yes, and to go even further, FileMaker support open source models like OpenAI, Cohere, and Claris. 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 evolving into AI-enabled platform for businesses, big or small. Bring AI to FileMaker. It's like giving wings to a tiger, unlocking new possibilities while amplifying the value of your existing data in FileMaker solution.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that analogy too. I think that really says it perfectly.
Yeah, right. And we live in this amazing time. Just 3 years ago, this wasn't even imaginable.
I know, right? Like I can't get over how quickly things are changing and progressing and modernizing. Well, Lucy, you have given us a plethora of information today. This has been really, really wonderful. And thank you for the insight into the Claris platform and getting to see where it's headed. It's clear to me the importance of your relationship with the Claris community and, that in helping to drive the direction of the platform and the product. If you wanted to ask something of the community today, what would you ask?
Join our feedback loop, like Developer Kitchen, ETS, community forums. Consistency is at the core of every FileMaker release. As we boost performance, scalability, reliability, and security, our integration with AI, LLM technology opens up a whole world of new possibilities. FileMaker is your trusted product to manage process, making decisions, and streamline workflow. So upgrade to 21.1.
Thank you, Lucy.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for being a guest on the FileMaker DevCast today and sharing your journey and your journey with Claris, as well as Claris's journey and where it's headed. I really enjoyed speaking with you and getting to know you better. And I really hope you'll be a guest again on the podcast. And I
Thank
just
you
really
very
look,
much. Yeah.
yes, I really look forward to seeing what's up next in the future. So thank you. Thank you for spending your time with us at the FileMaker DevCast today. We hope you found something useful, something thought-provoking, and something to take into your own development approach. Things that help you to be more productive and to allow you and your team to get more done in less time. Find us online at portagebay.com and filemakerdevcast.com, and also on social media at FMDevCast and Portage Bay. Let us know if we can help you or your company with modernizing your approaches and streamlining your workflow. We look forward to seeing you at the next DevCast.